The weekly code quiz. What is the use of the label element? In an earlier episode, we learned about the label element. It is used to indicate to the user what data is being sought from them. Here is an example of its use. Here we have a form element. Within the form element are three input types. One is for the user's first name, one is for the user's last name, and the final is a submit input. The first name and last name inputs both have labels. How does the label element help with accessibility? The label element is also added for accessibility. A screen reader will read out the label when the user focuses on the input element. In addition, users who have difficulty clicking in a small region will be assisted by the label element because it can toggle checkboxes and radio buttons when the text is clicked. How do you make sure the correct label element is applied to the right input? The for attribute in the label element is used to bind the label to the ID attribute of the input element. So in this case, the first label with the for attribute of first name will attach that label to the first input, which has an ID attribute of first name. This way, the user knows that the first input is for them to enter their first name. Why is it important to provide label elements? It is important to provide label elements to tag all form controls. This includes all types of form inputs that include text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, and drop-down menus. Why is positioning the label important? Positioning of the label is also important since maintaining a consistent placement increases predictability and users have expectations for how form elements work. So in left to right languages, it is customary to place labels to the right of the radio buttons and checkboxes, while to the left and above other form fields. Placing labels above form fields reduces horizontal scrolling for those with low vision and those on mobile. The goal should be to maintain a visual relationship between the label and the form field. Presented by Designers Learn Code.